Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Heed Army podcast live. Before we're getting to go any further, of course, we'd like to say thank you to, or still get the wrong say, it doesn't matter where I am. The sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, and our partners at Patrick. And of course, hit that subscribe button as well. Help us reach more people. There is an abundance of things to talk about. There's a National League Cup. The inaugural National League Cup kicks off tomorrow. There's the FA Cup draw. There's also the Prediction League we can talk about. And I don't even really know if there's much else to talk about, lads. Have you seen anything in the news?
I'm back.
Oh, yeah, Steely's back.
Yeah, I saw that in the news.
Steely's back.
Hey,
we might have lost Rob Elliot, but we've got Steely back.
Yeah, we've got Steely back. That's the most important transfer news. Of course, unless you've been living under a rock, there has been rumblings online. There was bookmakers that have been placing Rob Elliot as favourite to take over as the Crawley manager. We look at that with a pinch of salt because we've seen Rob linked with the Carlisle job the other week numerous times that Mike and was listed with so many teams over the years. Obviously, the BBC have reported this one now. In the past, they hadn't really jumped on that one, and that's kind of a credible source, isn't it, when it gets to these sort of things. So it does, if you believe the internet and Twitter and reports coming from credible sources, that it looks like Mike has accepted the job at Crawley. Of course, nothing, as we broadcast this, nothing announced formally. We're just going off what we've seen online. You can't stand in the way of a manager, especially jumping two levels up. What he's done at Gateshead, if he is to leave, has been absolutely phenomenal. The squad he's crafted this year is, really good. If we hadn't had those injuries, I dare say we'd maybe still be top of the league, maybe even a couple of points clear. It's a hard one because it feels like Gateshead's the team that everyone goes to pillage these days. But on the back of that, it shows you we're an attractive club to come to because you get the chance of being noticed.
Go on, Mickey.
Well, I'm going to tiptoe. I'm not even going to skip and tiptoe through the bullshit. It looks nailed on.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely nailed on. And
no smoke without fire.
Well, there's been enough fires, hasn't it? And I'm going just by what I've read. I don't know the full facts, whether it's true or not. I don't know. I'm led to believe it's true.
We
know what I mean?
We don't sack managers anymore. People just take them off us.
Yeah, I mean, here we are, 11 months down the line from Mike Gannon. And it looks like we've lost the backroom staff as well. If you're reading by what you're reading on Twitter and the likes. And this time we've got no one to build behind it. And it's really worrying. And it's set a number of cogs off in my head. And I am Gateshead and Crawley, get off your arses and tell me if it's true or not. Just say it. Then we can all move on. First and foremost, because I'm not here to listen to bullshit of either of them. Get it done.
On the other hand, if it is happening in the background, then you would think that they will be looking to replace and put feelers out, and no doubt there would have been people in the footballing grapevine would have maybe put their applications in already because they will have heard that they're moving. I mean, the bookmakers sharp shifted them to a very, very short price because they must have
5-1.
Yeah, they must have got word from the inside somewhere, or there's been money put on and it's been looked at. I mean, we've got lots of messages coming in. Obviously, you want everyone to get their messages out.
Just getting annoying now with that. If he's staying, come out and say you're staying. If you're not, piss off.
I know, but it's hard, Mickey, with this day and age with football. Things leak out. It happens to Premiership football clubs. Players.
And I don't, but.
But
you ever heard the saying, once bitten, twice shy?
I know, but they'll be dotting the I's and crossing the T's, you know what I mean?
How much sign-on fees are going to get and how much compensation we're going to get. That's all it's got to be. Surely you can see that.
But that's part and parcel of it, Mickey. That shows you how far we've come as a club. How many times have
I know that.
We've got money for them? You know,
I know that. I'm not thinking that. It shows we're doing something right.
Yeah.
The last man just went to Milton Keynes, and this one's going to the League One Crawley. We're doing something really right.
I think you're right with one point, Mickey, about it's what's coming next, because obviously, because when Mike and Busted went, I suppose we sort of automatically thought, well, Louis, and then obviously Rob was involved, so we had a bit of a strategy straight away. Listen, if it's happening behind the scenes now, then the football club will be looking. They'll be thinking, right, what we've got to act now. We've got to work on people. We've got to, they're not just going to just sail into just, oblivion. They're going to sort of work on this straight away, aren't they? Probably working over the weekend. Who knows how long this has been going on for? This hasn't just happened overnight.
No, I mean, you would think. I mean, obviously, Park Stories has got mixed feelings over this one. I'll try and get everybody's messages in. We've got even and all. Here we go again, losing another manager.
So 2 steps forward and 4 steps back, lads. It's just
but can I know I'm playing devil's advocate, but
I know.
Look at the squad that's there to be inherited by another manager.
Oh,
yeah, until the vultures come swooping in January.
I know, but it'll cost them money.
Exactly.
It'll cost them money, but it's not going to have friggin' money if you're losing really good players. It's replacing them.
I know.
But if we get it right, though, why would the players leave in January? We could be top of the league by then. Why?
Because you can go to League 2 or you can go to League 1. Money speaks louder than words.
Aye. Well, listen.
I'm not going to come on here and bullshit anyone today. No, I am annoyed. I am really annoyed.
That's coming through, Mickey. Without doubt.
It is coming through, but we've got to look at there is positives to it that the club is getting more money throughout the season, because last year I think it's known that the directors from time to time were having to dig deeper and deeper into pockets that maybe they didn't have to keep the club afloat.
I appreciate that. I really do.
And if we move forward like this, then and you're on about vultures coming to get players, but most of them, but they're on 2-year contracts, and that's why they were put on 2-year contracts, because we all know, arguably, that a lot of our players are playing below the level that they should be at. They should be playing in the league, and if that goes through going through Gateshead, and Gateshead financially benefit on the pitch like we have been doing, then that's the model Gateshead have to use to keep themselves going. I've got a message from Mr. Luke. It's got absolute chaos going on social media right now, but what a win against Southend. Not interested in the National League Cup. I hope you're all well. Roll on Saturday.
Well said, Mr. Luke.
Probably best that don't mention the National League Cup next.
Well, Mickey, I'll be honest. Even in recent times, there's been a few other. I'm just trying to think of some examples. I remember standing at York City with you. Mike had just gone, and we were just thinking. And you said the vultures were coming in, taking over players. All the loan players were going. I think that was worse then, because at least now we've got all these players tied down to contract. A lot of them are actually on 2-year contracts. And then, if you remember, when we didn't get the playoffs and the promotion. I thought we'd start August with just young players who would just get pagged every week and would be at the bottom of the league. So to be where we are, I'm sorry.
There's a valid point here from Mick Scully. Of course, I said I was playing devil's advocate. He goes, you could say the same about Rob, Dave. Why would you leave when you're near the top and it looks like you may do well and all the players will be the same? Yeah, but football's a weird thing, isn't it? I mean, there's not many managers will come to a football club and be their one and only, their only love. There's always another bigger, better prospect. If you look at it from his point of view, like we looked at Mike and Busted going to MK Dons last year, that has all the makings of a team that can go up the Championship and higher. They've got the ground, the infrastructure, but it's just not working. Didn't work out for them. They've moved on to Carlisle. You look at Crawley, they're up there. They're riding the crest of a wave in the promotion of last season, and they could be in the Championship next year. Now, that is an astronomical rise from winning the FA Trophy to possibly being in the Championship if they hit the ground running and keep it going. So it is, you can see why the pull of that is the case, especially so early in your management. And if you hit it right, they can be at the top levels for many years to come.
And let's be honest as well, lads. It's more money as well. They're going to be getting paid more money. Someone's going to offer, they're going to get a decent wage down there, like a really good wage, I would have thought. So there's those factors as well. You know what I mean? It's like someone offering me 100,000 to go and manage another puffin colony. Give us the pen now. I'll sign the contract.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when emotions are, obviously where we bleed it, we live it, we breathe it. It's it's different to us. But I do play devil's advocate. I'll not lie. But if you had said to me, Rob will take over winning the FA Trophy and leave you in the playoffs to go to a higher level, you snap anybody's hands off. And it's just sometimes I don't know if we don't see the wood for the trees sometimes, because we are playing well. We have got a great squad.
Well, I'm just hacking through it with a frigging giant axe at the minute.
Well, I think
there's a thing on Total Sport where you can hide in the river, and they never read my message out. I want all of Crawley's directors hide in that river with bricks in the pockets.
Well, I hope this person. I'm hoping this person isn't watching, because we've got a message here from Craig Hilton, and he's put, if Rob Elliot leaves, should we go for Graham Fenton? I would rather slit my wrists, jump on a hot battery acid, jump back out, stitch my wrists up, and then slit them
Craig,
again.
you can't make us feel any lower than I actually feel at the minute, mate. Well, you can't about it the right way.
I'm sure he's a lovely man, but there's just too much history of him being black.
Mickey's about to throw himself in the time, man. Never mind putting that message up.
No, I'm not going to throw myself in the time.
If you do, see if you can get me drone. Now
that'll be just me. Look, I'll fall in there and they'll fish me body out, and I'll have a frigging drone wrap on my wrist.
Yeah, well, at least I'll have some good footage on the SD card. Right, there's a couple of messages here. You may have noticed I'm in different surroundings today. I am at my mum's house, and someone's put, "Is your mum all right?" She got out of hospital. That's why we had to put the podcast back an hour. She got out of the podcast about an hour ago.
Good news.
She's in the other room. She was talking to Mickey and Steely. If we talked about what she was talking about, we'd never be able to be on air again. I love her to bits, and she's been through a tough one. And she's even interested in coming on next week. So, Christ, if you thought Sophia was bad, wait till you see me, ma'am. But no, it's great to have her.
And she's bringing the photos of when he was a child, even better.
Yeah.
What a woman she is.
But you did say, thank you very much to everyone for all the messages that were put up last week. It was very appreciated. She's had a torrid time, and I wouldn't wish anyone to be in the QE. Put it that way. We've got another message from Mike. He's put, agree with the sentiment about what Rob's done. He'll go down as a legend, but about some showing a bit of loyalty to the club for once. Wish him well. But the grass isn't always greener. That is true. But
very true, Mick.
It is. But as I said before, it's
an opportunity for the guy. It is
amazing.
A massive opportunity for them. Yeah. If they're all gone. I could be sitting here tomorrow and saying, Rob, I'm sorry. Yeah. I doubt it, but there could be.
If there is any children watching, avert your eyes. But we've got a nice message there from Ansker.
It could be worse.
Before we go into
David Stockdale.
Yeah, well, as I say, we do have a game tomorrow. I know a lot of people aren't very keen on.
Forgot about that.
We are going to be doing the commentary for that one, so you can tune in to that. I don't know if it is going to be on National League TV. I was actually told by the National League TV cameraman that they didn't know if they even had the rights to show the competition. So
that doesn't really surprise you, does it?
So yeah, we don't know if it's going to be available on there. There's been nothing stated, but we have got a few other bits of housekeeping to do as well. Of course, you may have seen we were nominated for the Content Awards again. We've made it in the best. We're in the final of best non-league podcast again. So if you'd like to vote for that, there is a link below us in the YouTube. Click on that and vote. Also, while you vote for us in best in non-league, vote for Northern Print Media. For Northern Beast Media, isn't it?
Northern Beast Media, yeah.
Northern Beast Media for obviously their category for the best artwork, and of course our friend Dan Bell as well for content creator, non-league content creator. So but unfortunately we can't go down this year. Not gonna lie, can't afford it. It is a very, very expensive evening. Last year they gave out a free ticket to anyone that was in the final. and them tickets were £80 each if you're buying them. Now I got an email, obviously very happy we've been nominated, and thought, oh well, there might be a free ticket and maybe people to, I think Steely was interested. We were going to half the price of the other ticket, so you know we could go down. And I opened the ticket and my heart sunk because it was £200 a ticket to go to White Hart Lane for the final. It was advertised as a 3-course meal, as it was last year, but that turned out to be pie and peas supper. And I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was a little bit offended that they said, "Oh, we have a promo code for so many people, the first 300, that will get 50% off." So still £100 in late November to go. Then you've got to travel down to White Hart Lane, get accommodation. You can't get a hotel near White Hart Lane, so you'd have to be traveling through London near midnight in a tuxedo. No, thank you. But we do want you to vote. If you'd like to vote for us, please do. It would be, you know, I don't know if we can win, but we've made it through. They did change the nomination process this year. We made it through 80 odd judges and put us in the final 10. So we're over the moon with that. Being in the final is the win.
Maybe we'll get the Crawley fans to vote for us.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that'll be part of the deal if it happens. Yeah, so if you'd like to nominate us and nominate our friends as well, that'd be amazing. So we'll be putting up adverts for all the way through until October, when it's I can't remember what date it is in October. I think it's the 16th. Yeah. So if you want to let your friends know, if you're watching this at a later point, we're going to probably put this out as a short as well, but please do vote. It would be very nice. You never know, we might get runner-up, but there's some stiff competition there, and I tell you what, there's some big podcasts didn't make it this year. So it's so
Luke Walsh never got a nomination.
Yeah,
we're friends from Yeovil. I saw that.
Yeah, friends from Yeovil. Yeah, I was not there, but we've got 1 second. I would love Wild, but you'd only dropped the level to take over. You'd only drop over a level to take over Oldham. People talking about, obviously, potential managements. Fingers crossed it's not true. Need a new management team with similar playing style and philosophy. Well, I think there would have to be, because there isn't that much money in the club. They've got to do the philosophy that the club has. Yeah.
John, who's our Crawley link, by the way? Because obviously they took Adam Campbell, didn't they?
No, we've got. I absolutely love Mickey's passion. Yes, he's
thanks, John.
Yeah, let's see.
It's absolutely heartbreaking, John, and I'm trying my best not to swear, and it's really, really, I can't begin. We all are gutted, but this one really hurts. People can see, you don't get all these people coming out saying it could potentially happen. It's people saying it's going to happen. It's Crawley fans saying the deal's done. I think it's 90% done. I don't know what the legal implications are, or whether they kind of transfer the compensation until tomorrow morning. I just say give it done. Please just give it done and put it in bloody misery.
There'll be all that. There'll be contracts. There'll be what you call it, where they hold back information about to press releases,
registrations and things like that.
Yeah.
But you know,
there'll be embargoes. There'll be press embargoes as well for both clubs.
Bonuses.
We're 20 minutes in, and I was like thinking this morning, we've got a great show lined up. We're going to have a great win to talk about. We've
got to be positive.
I thought we might have a few Debbie Downers on the National League Cup, of course. And then I thought FA Cup as well. We'll get the predictions in. We'll fill this show out. No bother. It'll be great. You know, we'll have a bit of a go from your mum's home, which is good news. But I wasn't expecting this type of show. In
20 minutes in, and I'm just following, basically.
Yeah.
I wish I had a cat.
We're just going to hear Mickey playing the MASH theme tune shortly when he goes to the toilet.
Suicide is painless.
Yeah.
Now, look, none of them are that good enough. None of them are that good enough where I'll commit suicide for them. They want to piss off for the money that then let them do it.
We're not mocking suicide. I was just
Hey, the Heat Army, can we cheer Mickey up? Heat Army, how are you? Let's cheer him up.
No, I've got to be honest. Susan was on before, and it was great talking to Susan, knowing she's out of hospital and she's not in pain anymore. And it's good for Davey, because Davey suffered. Mark made an absolutely fantastic tweet last Tuesday about what that lad was going through. So I'm delighted for Susan and I'm delighted for Davey.
Thank you. Well said, Mickey. Well said.
This is probably this one makes us smile. Johnny Gray, our prediction man, has put, never mind your mum on the podcast. Does she have her coaching badges? I'm serious. Glad to get she's on the mend. We'll see if mum can. We'll get her on the touchline. We should churn up the pitch with her electric wheelchair. We've got don't buy the stream. Listen to the Heed Army podcast, best commentary in non-league. That's very nice. But remember, the club still makes money from the stream if they do streams. So it's a double-edged sword, that one. We've got on the Southend game another Radcliffe goal. Great header. It was a great header. Mickey, you made the bold statement. If we score a header from a corner,
yeah, and I will stick to that.
So what are you getting Radcliffe? You're getting Radcliffe on your back.
Yeah, Radcliffe. Well, I've asked him to change his name to R. By deed poll, and then it'll only cost us 1 R and then 1 and 6. Now I will get Radcliffe on the shirt, but where they put on the lad shirt, they've got that whatever it is at the top. Well, it's at the top of my shirt, so I don't know. I'm not gonna have to get Radcliffe along the bottom, I think.
Apparently, well, I don't know how true this is. Someone's put it is true about Elliot going to Crawley. It's on their Twitter page, lads. So I don't know if that's happened when we've been on air, but I don't know if that is the case. We'll just have a little check while we're on. 1 second.
Well, if he does, it's good luck. We can't do much about it if he has gone. So.
No, that is devilish lies there from Gordon. There's nothing.
Oh, Gordon.
So Gordon. Right, having a look down. I'm not going to the Mickey Mouse Cup. Says as I don't agree with it. Yes, it does sting a little bit as a non-league fan having them FA Cup replays taken away and then this supplemented into our fixtures.
Yeah. The golden handshake cup, I call it.
We've got feel as bad as Mickey. Be surprised if we have 300 fans there tomorrow. Yeah, and well, we'll have to see. I know there's obviously right around the league, fans are unanimous in their decision about this trophy, this cup competition. Financially, it does help the clubs, of course. I think, do they get 60 grand for being in the group stage as it is?
I'm not sure how it works, to be honest.
But we'll have to see. We've got someone's put, are we taking predictions tomorrow or just Saturday? I tell you what. I was going to ask you
the Mickey Mouse one.
Just
well, put them in. It helps with the league. It fills it out.
Yeah.
Well, the Mickey's not.
I refuse to put a prediction in, so mine's nil and void.
Oh, I tell you what, like he's half piss and vinegar tonight, and he.
I definitely am.
He's you know what? You when Mickey goes for a wee tonight, it's going to burn the enamel off his toilet.
I'm just glad you haven't got a cat, Mickey.
That's why I'm coming to piss on your shoes.
Yeah, I've got my crocs on. He'll go straight through. I was going to say.
You probably like that.
Keep us warm.
Only for 5 minutes.
Of course, with today's news, this week is going to be a busy week around Gateshead Football Club. So I was going to ask the boys, ask this off air, but I'll ask them now since that's been brought up. Would you like to do a podcast on Thursday as well, in case we get some news on a potential manager or anything like that in the aftermath?
Yes,
why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Heard it here. We'll be back on Thursday night.
It can't be any lower than this.
Nah, we'll get predictions.
You know what it is? I'm more annoyed than I'd rather.
I know, I can tell.
It's the limbo thing that's really, really knocking us. Yeah, I'm gutted. Rob and possibly the other two could go. I really am, but it's just the limbo. If they're gonna go, give it done. Stop farting on. I'd rather give it done with him and move on and make plans to get whoever's next.
Apparently, someone said Crawley have announced it, but I can't see it. Someone said Crawley have announced it, but I haven't seen anything.
Well, Warlock not there because it takes them 4 days to turn round.
No, there's nothing on their Twitter feed that I can see. I'll go on the website just in case. But
can you give Mickey a big hug, please?
I will. I'm going to give him a big virtual hug. Yeah, there's nothing on the website either. It'll be top news. Right. Let's try and G ourselves up somewhat.
Yes.
Still where we are. We're still who we are. And oh God, Mr. Lucas put if Nobby Stellano stepped in there, I would and his trumpet are out of there. Oh, I don't want him coming in.
Let's put it this way: if Nobby Solano turns up with his trumpet, it'll be exactly like that bloody film, and I forgot its name. The one with the band camp. Something Pie.
Oh, American Pie.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Nobby Solano get exactly the same trumpet treatment as that young lad did. I'll cross his threshold. I'll smash his knee with it now.
Well, if true,
Don't upset Mickey tonight.
I know. God, Mickey, I tell you, we've got Mick Scully's put. If true, you have to feel for the board too. You do, because obviously they rewarded him with a contract. I'm sure it was a decent one, and obviously helped him build a strong squad. It's got here, but they've built a strong squad for the manager. I mean, you know. We're just gonna have to see what the full details are when and if it's announced. Of course, it looks like it's more going to be when. And having a look through here, we've got more messages. Sorry if we've missed anyone's out. Obviously, as you can imagine, there's a lot coming in so far. And Sean Parry's put, I've just voted. So come on, everyone, get your votes in.
Oh, good work, Sean. Thank you.
Anyone got Louis Storby's number? Can we just put an ointment in? What they call it? I forgot the friggin'. I'm so annoyed.
Has anyone got
something in the ointment and offer Louis the job before he signs on for them?
Tell you what, he's letting his mind run wild here. Right, let's try and liven it up with lighten
it up. It's pretty lively as it is.
Right, we're going to play a little message on how to follow us on social media, because we've got fantastic viewing figures tonight. If only it was because of the win, not because of the situation. But we do appreciate it. I know
the incredible wins just took a back seat in it.
Yeah,
well, we're going to bring that back seat to the front, Mickey, or should we climb in the back seat and take our tights off and watch it all together?
I don't want to see you in tights full stop.
Well, it's happening. We'll be back after this. The Heat Army podcast needs your help. No, we don't need money. All we need is you to do one simple thing. It'll take less than a second. If you could hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share whatever post that we put up regarding Gateshead Football Club, it'll go a long way in helping the show build and ultimately helping us push the club to the moon. Well, Ryan Brown makes a fine point here. He's put, good job it's a 9 p.m. start, past the watershed with all this effing and jeffing. So
it is, Ryan. And I sent a message earlier after the watershed by Carter USM. Did I not?
You
did. But let's rein it in, because we do have young people watching. No passions.
Yeah, I do apologise to all those with delicate ears.
Yes. And
I really do, but I'm annoyed. So
yeah, is. We've got the fundraiser as well a week on Thursday at the Tyneside pub as well. We'll be putting up the poster for that later on. Steve Thornton's messaged in.
Can I bring something?
Oh yes, just while we do that, Steve Farnfield's put full details of the Mickey Mouse Cup, including how the money is divided throughout the match on this week's paper. I haven't seen that. Doesn't know. And Mickey has
got a chance to win this in a raffle for the foundation. It's signed by all the players and the previous manager, probably. So if you want your last bit of Rob Elliot merchandise, get your raffle tickets bought.
Well, there we go. See, great stuff. And we're going through loads of these messages coming through. This is a nice bit of positive stuff we can go on. Macaulay Langstaff scored his first goal for Millwall Saturday. Great for him. And also as well, this past week, Mr. Ed Francis has been banging in the goals as well for Exeter, which is great to see. Right, let's get on to some positivity. Saturday, boys. We watched this game, and it was a corking performance. If it is to be Rob's last one, what a way to go out.
Yeah.
I think we said during the game that if they were to score, it's either going to be a mistake or a well-crafted goal, and they had a well-crafted goal. But after that, it was all
exceeded expectations.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but I've got to say, they got it absolutely spot on.
Oh, right.
There was space over the back, and when they stood off we played through the lines, and as soon as they stood off the boundary over the top, and you get a goal like that one, absolutely spot on.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about that, I mentioned it as well there to Mark. I think it was last night because when he watched it, it's the little jink run from Butterfield just to put himself into that space, just to give himself all that time, just to slot it home. It was a fantastic finish. But no, I mean,
great finish.
I mean, credit where credit's due. Tom Allen had a fantastic game.
He did.
He was a menace.
I totally agree.
Yep.
He's had his critics this season, but he played really, really well on Saturday. And well done to lad. Keep it going, please, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. I think he showed what he could do, which was good.
Hopefully, we'll see more of that. Would be absolutely lovely. Also, nearly got. Is this the? No, I thought this was the goal for a second when we nearly got caught out. But no, I mean, everyone to a man that played on Saturday was, even when the subs come on, they were fantastic. Beck was monstrous when he come on. He was pushing people off the ball and protecting it, and helping out in defensive duties. It was just one of them great games where everyone was just on form and playing their top stuff.
Yeah,
proper team performance, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
yeah. That little blip of obviously tagging him away. I
mean, that's a lovely ball through that.
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing that does make me laugh a little bit, I tend not to pay much attention to Twitter. Although if you did see, I did tweet. What do you call it? Jeff Stelling. I said, "Are you okay, babe?" And he replied back, "No, babe." I was expecting one today or tomorrow from him, but that's definitely a penalty as well.
Well, Southend fans are convinced it's not. Well, obviously, Specsavers has got a different brand down there.
That's the point I was about to go on to before I got distracted about the Jeff Stelling tweet. There's no credit where credit's due. I mean, we'll always say if we've been outplayed by a better side. Even their management and media didn't seem to say Gateshead were good.
Didn't acknowledge it, did they? A good footballer.
But I mean, we can do that all day. If teams are going to not take us seriously, but look at this. Oh,
that's it.
Hell of a goal, Ben, and I'm delighted.
Yeah,
I love his celebration.
Did you see that? His celebration, Mickey?
Yeah, he's done the little duck.
Yeah.
Instead of the knee slide.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But no, just coming back to the lack of credit that we're given. When I listen to Kevin Mayer, who I think is an incredible manager, especially what he's done.
Yeah.
To not give us any credit when for the first half hour we outplayed them.
Yeah, it was.
They couldn't get near it, and he says it's our fault. It's their fault. When we got beat off 7-1, I was on a different thing, saying I'm not going to stand here and blame it on a bad performance. You just got to hold your hands up and say, look, on the day Gateshead played better. Yeah, we've got a few issues. Didn't blame it.
Well, not just that. I mean, how many injuries have we got? We've
had 3 centre-half suits on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2 of them long term, and the captain's out long term.
The captain's out,
So yeah.
You're venting tonight, Mickey, aren't you?
No, I probably am, but I was venting when I heard. I sent it straight to you, didn't I, on Saturday? He's given us no credit whatsoever.
No. To be fair to a lot of managers in the league, they do often come out and say, beaten by a better footballing team, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't even mention us.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
I just need to do a correction, lads. It is this Thursday, the fundraiser at the...
this Thursday.
Oh, yes. So we can't do the podcast.
Oh, we can't do the podcast. Maybe Wednesday night, then possibly, yeah?
Tomorrow? Wednesday. There's no on Wednesday, is there?
No, we should be all right for Wednesday if everyone's happy with that.
Because Newcastle's playing tomorrow and all, aren't they?
Yeah. So yeah, that'll stop.
Day Wednesday then. We'll have to do Wednesday. Should be signed to delivered by then.
We're in the new National League Cup replay on Wednesday night, so we can't do it.
You know what it is? Lads, wouldn't this be ironic if it absolutely lashes down tomorrow and gets called off?
We've got, obviously we were just talking before there. Yes, we scored from a corner. Mickey's Radcliffe on the back of his top. We've got some of the, I haven't messaged out. People leave their jobs, leave for better jobs, fair enough. But what really gets me is when they're using phrases like togetherness and then leaving us in the lurches, really depressed tonight. Yeah.
Well said, Dick. Well said.
Mm-hmm. Can definitely, I can see where that one's coming from. Someone's put only one man possibly available who knows the coaching staff worked. That would be the ultimate return, wouldn't it? We've got here, crazy to think Rob was appointed full-time manager in July. Now he looks set to move on to a League One team. Just shows how far we've come as a club. Absolutely devastated when it happens, when and if it happens.
Yeah, Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Of course, when he won the trophy, he was interim manager, but all intents and purposes, he was.
Yeah, they'll never take that away, but it just... look, even if they went down, they're going to be League Two.
But he's a bit untried, though. Let's be honest here, lads. He's been.
Well, you could see he's untried, but look what he's done in that short time. He's making, and let's not beat around the bush yet. He's making Mike Williamson and busted side even better, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're right. He has. Yeah,
there has been vast improvements into the.
And sport. There's a plan B. There's a plan B. There's a plan C. There's a plan D. That's what's really gutting to lose. Don't underestimate what Sweens has put into this as well.
Oh yeah, it's definitely added.
That's what really breaks me heart. We'll have something that could definitely fly here, and we're losing them, and it really hurts. It really does.
I think. Well, I'm going to get angry here. We've got fighting talk coming from Alan Guest. He's put the commentary from BBC Radio Essex was very entertaining. Alan.
Aye, but not in a good way.
Aye. All right, so let's have a look here.
We're making excuses up before the end, weren't they?
Yeah, there were. People are starting to put their predictions in yet. We haven't asked for them just yet, but we will shortly. Obviously, just for the game tomorrow night, and then we'll have another podcast on Thursday. We've got Wednesday. Sorry, Liz Truss is free. I reckon she can do a good job. And time's getting tough. Yeah.
Actually, I prefer the lettuce, to be honest, than Liz.
Well, I've had a message saying that I'm 10-1 to get the job with Dion and Liv as my assistants.
Well, I'm sure I've seen a message before. Dave Allen's Black and White Army. We'll get Dave in. So there's a lot.
Sorry, I've just been told Susan is 3-1 on.
I'll tell you what, some of the stories she's got, she could threaten the players with it, I'll tell you.
Trina's got to be physio.
Yeah. We've got lost our chance is the worst part. Stories magic. Rob Elliott's Black and White Army. We're going to need what we got now. I'm sure.
Well, we'll just put cardboard cutters in the dugout until we get a new one. We'll just chant for them.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Well, look, Greg's injured for 12 months at the most. It's Greg Ollie's Black and White Army from now on, as far as I'm concerned.
Give the job to him for 12 months.
Yeah.
You can hit them with his crutches if they're not doing it right. I'll show them the technique. I'm just trying to see if there's any messages that I've left. That some of them obviously we're not going to put out because we're not going to speculate on who's going to come in next because out of respect as well, it hasn't been announced.
Oh yeah.
I think as I say, I hold Rob in very high esteem for what he's achieved.
I do as well. I do, and Sweens and Louis.
I don't like to talk about no Mason, go away. Oh, Mason, I said, but no. Out of respect, he's the most successful manager in Gateshead's history. He's brought us moments, tears of absolute joy that will never ever leave me. Himself and Louis' story, if it's everything that you read online is true, then I'm eternally indebted to them, because yes, we got to the final 2 seasons ago and it was amazing, but to win it, wow. I'll never forget it.
I'll never forget that night in Box Park. I'll never forget it.
It's just absolutely amazing.
As well as we've got to remember, if Louis goes as well, we're losing a starlet there, like Gateshead through and through a player. We're going to be losing. Never mind some,
they're going to be a short for centre half now. Cheers, Louis.
Yeah.
Greedy little git. I'm joking there.
Tell it how it is, Mickey.
Well, I'm sure when he opens his pay packet, he'll not give a shit what I say.
Well, you get pay packets these days. Surely this.
I don't know, to be honest. Probably.
Let's talk about something more positive. We're going up and down, up and down. We're on a down. We're going to go on a National League Cup, lads. Who's going?
We're going on a downer now, dear me. Oh, God.
Davey, let's put it this way. I think you'll have the best listening figures for your home countries than you've ever had in your life.
Oh, well. Nobody will be there.
Yeah, we'll see.
I will even have you on the television.
I can understand it. That people's thoughts on the new competition. I'm always a person, like, let's say, I'll be honest. I think since the days of the Italian man that won't be mentioned, I try not to get myself too worked up. I know people say, I've heard your commentary, you're talking rubbish, but I mean, emotionally and mentally, I think for my own mental health, I don't get myself too riled into it. And, it's a conscious effort, doesn't always work. But I'm trying to look at the positives here. And, the sad thing is...
What, like Rob and Louis and Swedes could possibly go, but at least we've got rid of that Italian...
Yeah. No.
For want of a better word.
No. It's like, if... The sad thing is, I think they fought by putting in bigger prize money than what there is in the FA Trophy, that the National League clubs would jump at it.
Yeah,
I think they thought it was going to be a resounding thank you very much, Premier League, for this little gift of money. Thank you. And it hasn't been seen as that. But I do say, obviously, we know people within the club, we know like bits and bobs, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle to get money into the football club. And yes, it may be a measly £1 million compared to the billions of pounds that the Premier League generates, but that money going into the football club that wouldn't necessarily go in there is obviously very grateful. I just want to see the club continue. Yes, it's horrible losing players, it's horrible losing management, but I'd rather be losing management and players for money at this level than scraping at the bottom of the the Evo Stick Premier League. You know what I mean? It's we've got to look at things in perspective sometimes, and we are punching above our weight. We are the envy of the league on our wages and what we're achieving. Because I tell you what, I bet Oldham would love to be paying what we're paying and achieving what we're achieving. Absolutely. And it's just got to be, it swings and roundabouts a little bit. I think I can see the negatives, and of course I'm devastated that it looks like Rob is leaving if we read the BBC reports. But on the other hand, seeing 2 managers go in the space of 2 years, where we're getting big lumps of
a calendar year, Dave,
in a calendar year, and big lump of compensation for them both, is just shows you where the club's at and the respect that the club's got. Because in the past we've had managers just scalped and took for nothing, players took for nothing, scalped this club, and our directors and Neil, Bernard, there's so many behind the scenes, need a massive pat on the back for what they've been able to put in place, where there is value in our team, in our players, in our management. That isn't just players just disappear and we don't see a penny. And I think at the minute we've got to look at more of the positives than the negatives. It hurts. It does hurt. It really hurts losing, Rob. My interactions with him, he's a lovely man. He's always got time.
He's a fantastic guy. Hello. I've really spoken to
I love Louis' story a bit. He's just such a we've had him on the podcast numerous times. He's so giving. He's a lovely, lovely man, and our loss is Crawley's gain. And I tell you what, there'll not be as many as good as him in the National League. In League One. That's an absolute genuine diamond of a man that is going up to up a level if it is happening. Of course,
the one genuine thing about this is, they're going to probably get a load of money to take on the job. Sweens and Robbie Elliot have had a good career in football. More Robbie Elliot because he's at the higher echelons, Sween in the lower end. This can be like changing money for Louis.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
the reality of it.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. And I am gutted and I'm annoyed. But I'm not annoyed at Rob, Louis, and Sween's taking the job, because even, like I say, they're going to League One. Even if they've gone down, they're still in the Football League in League Two.
Yeah.
It's the to and fro, and just let's give it done quick, and then we can move on. You know what I mean?
I think in this day and age with social media, if it hadn't have been for the likes of Twitter and the Twitter accounts where they want to be journalists and they hear something and leak it straight away. If this had been announced tomorrow without us getting any inkling today from where it's went, it would have been, oh well, that's happened quick. We've got the heartache of waiting, and because we're invested, we're heavily involved. It does feel like a long time, but it probably is happening. It's probably extremely quick, But we've got Thomas Boyles was speaking to Rob last week after the Forest Green game. Class guy and will be missed without a doubt. And it is what it is. And obviously Mickey, he's vented his feelings more than probably me and Steely. And deservedly so.
If anybody wants counselling, you want to come down to Bencham and have a fucking squeal in the street, I'm more than welcome to join you.
Yeah, but apologies for the language, everybody. No,
I do apologise. I didn't even realise I'd done it there.
The passion.
It is, and everyone's entitled to have the little blow up and be upset at it. And I'm sure Rob and Louis will understand the other side of the game where people are angry. We're angry in a good way. We're not angry that they've got us relegated or they've just haven't done the tactics. And it isn't Jim Platt. We're not angry like Jim Platt. You know what I mean?
Still haven't got out with him on both wickets.
Yeah,
and that was however many years.
25 years.
Yeah,
at the least.
It's emotional hurt because what they achieved at the football club in such a short period, and we had hoped it would continue with them. But going forward, if let's hope it's someone that is in the ethos of what Gateshead's all about, and because that team is built to play that brand of football, and if you can keep them together, then things are still very much achievable. We've still got a game in hand. Second, there's so much.
That's what I said on Total Sport tonight. If we win that game, now we're only a point behind bloody Barnet.
Yeah, I know. See, look, everything's rosy now, isn't it? Right.
Well, I know one thing.
Before we get on
the football we play, we'll not be getting Neil Aspin.
Oh no.
Oh, that is...
Simon Grayson's been there watching. We'll get him in.
Joe, get your old man up. He's saying there.
If he can't do it, we'll get John Ollie on to do it.
I think Greg, John, and Anne should be the assistant manager and coach.
I'll second that.
Manager. I think we've got the Ollies, the super Ollies.
we haven't spoke about the FA Cup draw as well.
I know, I haven't.
Going on FA Cup draw today. Fourth qualifying round was drawn on TalkSport today. We're either away to, is it Sinfield or Sinfeld?
Shifnal Town or Hednesford Town.
Shifnal Town or Hednesford Town.
That's a good draw.
It is for us. But it isn't. It's the FA Cup after all. It isn't played on paper. Still got to go there and win.
Every time I've been to Hednesford, we've got beat.
Yeah,
That's
it. Mickey putting the downer on again.
But well, at Stourbridge last year.
Yeah, I know.
But they're in the same division, aren't they? They're in the West, aren't they? So, I mean, I know FA Cup.
I think Sheffield. Sorry, Steely, go on.
No, it's all right. We should be looking to beat either one of those, realistically.
You would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Sheffield's near Shrewsbury, isn't it?
But that just tells you the enormity of what's happened or what's happening, that we haven't even got onto the FA Cup, because that used to be the big, the thing that we'd want to be talking about. I was about that. But obviously,
I was watching the Henderson fans on Twitter. They're delighted. It's, if they win their replay, they'll talk about, the mighty Gateshead coming in. It's a big day for them.
Apparently, it's near Telford.
Shrewsbury, yeah.
Let's have a little look at the prediction. The wonderful Johnny Gray has been hard at it, updating the table. And there you go. It is very small there at the minute, but I am top at the moment. St. Geordie in second, and Thomas Lovejoy in joint second there as well. And I think there's a few people got the right result. Ken Webster, he got the right result on that one at the weekend.
Ken played his joker now, didn't he?
I'm not too sure. I think he might have done. But yeah, as I say, it's very tight. Still time to go. If you want to use your jokers at any one point, you can grit yourself up the league. I'm still clinging on by my fingernails. I don't know how. I'll be
a joker.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I should have been overtaken by now, surely. Awful. So if you want to get your predictions in for the National League Cup game, get them in. And we put them up on screen. And Mickey's boycotting the prediction league tonight out of anger.
Anger. We shouldn't even be playing it. I can understand why we're in it, because of the prize money. For definite, we need the money. If you look at majority of the sites that's in it, they'll all want the prize money as well.
Hey, exactly. If you're looking for positives, here's Liv Walden. Look at her.
Liv Walden, Darren's went 2-1, Liv 3-1, Poppy 5-1, Tabitha 3-2, and Joshua 3-1. They're starting to come in now, the predictions. We've got Thomas Boyle. We're only doing the one, so it's 1-1 tomorrow. And we've got, I see my prediction of 3-1 to the Heat on Saturday came up. Should have played my joke. I didn't see his in there. And prediction 1-0 to Wealdstone on Saturday. But we're not doing Saturdays. We're just doing, because we're having a show on Wednesday. So we're just doing the Tuesday predictions, everybody. What's yours going to be then, Steely? Because Mickey's not doing it.
Oh, I think we'll get beat 2-0 tomorrow night.
65-33. That's mine.
We've got Christopher Stories went 3-1 to Gateshead. We've got 4-1 to Gateshead, says Ryan Brown. Totally agree with Mickey. I don't know on which point. He's had a few today. 3-2 to Gateshead, says Craig. Sean Parry, 3-2. Christopher Stories going a 2-0 defeat tomorrow as well. Jay has went 2-1 for tomorrow. We're not doing the Saturday one, everybody. 1-0 to Gateshead, says Gavin Rudd. And right, I'll go with mine.
What about yourself?
I'm gonna go for a 3-3 draw. I think it's gonna be 3-3. Yeah. Trina. Steve Farnfield, you're a naughty boy. He's put my prediction is 100 to 150 fans. Yeah, and we've got 4-0, says Trina. I'm guessing the Gateshead win. David Vickers has put 4-1 to Gateshead. 1-1, says Dave Edwards, and Gordon Mann has went 2-0 Borough. So yeah, as I say,
can I just say this before we go any further? If you choose to go to the game tomorrow, that's entirely your prerogative. Yeah, I will give you no stick. If you want to go and watch the lads and play tomorrow, you do it. You get no stick from me, but I definitely will not be going. And I mean that. If you want to go and watch Gateshead, it's not me who's telling you to stay away or go. If you want to go and watch the lads, you go and watch the lads. It's just me in principle, and I'm not going to have a go at anybody who gets that match tomorrow. I don't care if there's 30 people there or 1,500 people there. You'll get no stick from me whatsoever. It's just my principle. That's all it is.
Oh, the nicest thing Mickey said tonight. We've got Joyce Foot, Middlesbrough 2-0. We've got Wheelstone 3-1, says Thomas Lovejoy, but we're doing another show on Wednesday, so we'll take the predictions on Wednesday for the Wheelstone game. Right, as I said earlier on as well, of course, the news and the show has been dominated by the talk of a possible departure, hasn't been confirmed yet, of Rob Elliot to Crawley. Also as well, we could say National League. If you're just joining us, National League Cup, not much to say about it. Not much to say about the FA Cup either, really. But it's
to be honest, we could have had a worse draw. Could have had a much worse draw there.
A lot of National League clubs have played each other.
I always prefer a home draw, but as you say, a lot of National League clubs have pulled each other. So hopefully we'll get a lot of littler clubs make it through to the first round and make.
Well, they've got Halifax, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Hopefully the ground opens and swallows both teams.
That's got Mickey smiling. Hey, look at that.
That's a bit unfair, Luke, because I do like Luke. To be fair,
Luke, he can dive to the side of the hole and survive. Also, as well,
we've got Wellstone on Saturday. And sorry, I know you're trying. I'll let you finish, then I'll see what goes. Yeah, I do apologise.
If you're watching for the first time, because we have got high viewing figures, it's normally a jolly show.
Is.
On the back of that, if you'd like to vote for us in the Football Content Awards, link below and on our social medias, Best in Non-League Podcast, we'd very much appreciate it. We can't travel there on the night, it's just too expensive, or even stay over. But who knows, we might still be able to get something with your valuable votes, and we appreciate it.
I've just had an idea. Well, I'll drive. Do one stop at Rob's.
There we go. Well, let's see. Mickey's found the silver lining in everything.
Yes, that's why we've moved there, so we can stay.
There we go.
And there's three of them. Davey Eaton gone in with Rob. Davey Eaton gone in with Louis, and I'll have to bung in with Sweens.
Tops and tails all the way.
Sweens' feet don't stink. I'm not getting every feet stink.
There we go. Well, what else were you going to say there, Mickey?
Just we've got Wellstone on Saturday. And I have been invited to meet up with a guy from Where's the Ball, a fanzine I've wrote for.
Oh yeah.
So
is this
I've done an article in
only pans?
So so if you have a look and you like your fanzines, have a look at Where's the Ball, because I put a decent article in it. Well, I think it's decent anyway. There's a decent article in about Gateshead, and I will be writing for them again. Yeah, and I'm hopefully meeting up with Martin on Saturday. So
apparently someone said I should stop at Tommy Widrington's and go down there. I'm sure I'll be about.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, do you think I'll give me machete on the train and the tube?
I don't know, but I think
you can activate your OnlyPans account again to raise money to go down.
Yeah.
Yes, I could, couldn't I?
I'm sure we'd be as welcome as a fart in a spacesuit if we knocked it with Tommy Widrington's door. So yeah.
Come on, Tommy, get the kettle on. Get with the rain.
I hope the Wellstone Raiders there on Saturday. Well, we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Everybody, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for all the messages that you said the other week. She was really touched by it all. She was home and well.
I'm sorry I swore as much, but I just had to vent.
Good to see.
He had to get it out. He nearly didn't come on, but we've got him. That's what we want. We want our Mickey and his little
passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see, I put this on because I thought I might have to go and hide in bushes inside the Crawley's grund and it's warm.
Well, there we go.
I hope we don't get them in the FA Cup.
Oh, I know. Could you imagine?
Oh.
On that note, everybody, thank you.
Boo!
Good night, girls.
Good night, all.
We'll be back tomorrow for commentary and also back with another podcast on Wednesday evening. Thank you for your company. Hopefully things are a bit more positive. Hopefully we've got a win in the inaugural National League Cup. Bye, everybody.
Wow.
Using Garas